Okay. So now below here, you have a wholesale calculator. And I'll just show you, let's see, I need to plug some numbers in here real quick. So what this calculator here is, I go on Zillow and I just got in telling you it's going for around $250,000, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'll say the big four. So we use Zillow, we use Redfin. REI is actually PropStream, if you've ever heard of that. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of.
Okay, it's about $97 a month. This RPR is a nationwide MLS, which most people can't get. So I go in and say, well, go use realtor.com is fine. Okay. So we take the big four and we get that average. So average ARV, if the property was 100% ready to resell in 2024 standards. Okay. So these numbers will drop right down here, and usually these would all fill in, giving me my average. Let's say it does need just a little bit of work. We're going to say it's a 1,368 square foot, but it doesn't need a lot of work. So maybe it needs $6,000 worth of work. Maybe it needs a little paint. Okay. So now, if you look across here, do you know the wholesale formula, or what wholesale formula do you use in Texas there?
The 70%.
Okay.
Yeah.
70% minus repairs, minus your assignment fee. Okay.
Minus
so here's the 70%. Okay. So this 70% minus the repairs, this is what you could offer. It does not put your assignment fee in there. Okay. Because your assignment fee will vary, and that's going to be over here. So this is 70% of ARV minus repairs. You can offer that seller $168,000, and your potential income is only $6,800. So do you want to make $6,800, or do you want to go up here and offer $200,000 and make 11? See the difference there?
Yeah.
Okay. At the same time, what this calculator does down here is if you sell it to a potential flipper, because if you're a good wholesaler, you are going to figure out what your flipper's income is going to be. So if you sell it to them at 70% of ARV, so you're selling it to him for $175,000, and I've already equated in his 6% realtor's fees and 2% worth of closing costs, he'll make $48,000. Okay. Not bad for him. Okay. Yeah. What I mean by that is typically your wholesaler wants to make a 20% profit off of whatever this is. Okay. So 20% profit, it's not quite. It should be about $50,000 on a $250,000 house. So it's probably about right there where he's going to want to be to do the deal. So that means you only make $6,800. I would much rather go to the seller and say, Mr. Seller or Mrs. Seller, I can offer you $200,000 instead of $168,000. Which do you think would be a better closing option for you? $200,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus, you make more money.
Yeah.
Compared to down here. Okay. And you still have the potential for $12,000 on top of that. So it could be a $23,000 deal for you instead of a $6,800 deal for you. That's why I don't do wholesale. Okay. So if I cannot take it down over here in this creative stuff and make it cash flow, I'm immediately going to Novations. Just immediate. Okay. The only time we ever use wholesale is if this thing cannot be put back on the open market. But most people already know that even shitholes can be put on the open market and you will find a buyer, because the buyers a lot of times will, or flippers will buy off market or on market stuff. Okay. Yeah. If you can find a realtor that will take it. Sometimes that's a little challenging. Okay. But now you don't have your whole dispo side of your business is taken care of by a realtor, not you. Or you don't have to hire another dispo company and you split the profits with them. Okay, you're already paying that realtor right here, and they're doing the work for you. Okay, so from a person that's getting started like you, get out of wholesaling, get into Novations, but get into buy and hold. If you get into buy and hold and you don't use any of your money, so probably 99.999% of my properties, I've got zero money in out of my pocket. Okay. I don't use my money to buy properties. Can you buy a property with no money out of pocket? Absolutely. I do it every day. Okay. A lot of people will say you can't do that. Yeah, you can, all day long. And I'm going to date myself, but I go clear back into the 70s with Carlton Sheets. Zero money down.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the master back then. Okay. It was those info commercials at 3:00 in the morning. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually have his course. But anyway, so yes, it can be done, and everybody says that you can't do it, but yes, you can. So, but if it doesn't cash flow, you don't want it, and that's when we go to novation. Okay. So in the course, as you're going through this is the first stuff you got to learn. Now you're at the contract stage. Learn the contracts. The contract that's in the course is going to be the creative contract. I just talked to my videographer. We are also going to put our wholesale contract in there. I know the wholesale contract you can buy, but don't do it because we're going to put it in the course so you have that too.
Okay.
The only time you're going to use the wholesale stuff is when you go do a novation. That's when you use the wholesale one. But there's also what we call the RBP paperwork, which is the novation paperwork that has to be added to the added to the wholesale contract to make it a novation. Okay. We're going to be putting all that in the course. In fact, let me just make something out. RBP contract. And I'll get that over to Gio so we can put that in there. So that will be in the course, and that will upload next time you log in, or as soon as he gets it uploaded. Okay. So now you'll have two contracts. So where you're at on the course is the detailed breakdown of the creative contract. If you understand that, the wholesale one's going to be simple. Okay. And I will have to make up some additional videos for how to use the novation paperwork, things like that. But we need to get that in there. I usually don't teach that. But what I'm finding is as I'm talking to students and so forth, they're needing to know it. So I'm adding it to the course.
Okay.
So as you're getting through the course and you get to that point, now it's time to start getting contracts, start analyzing deals, that kind of thing. Okay. Are you part of the community yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay. I would highly suggest joining. For $97 a month, it's a given. We meet every Tuesday. So we have my calls at 3:00 today, Phoenix time. Your time is going to be 5:00. Okay. Or no, we're only an hour difference. What time is it there?
Right now it's 2:22.
2:30. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at 3:00 or 2, so 3:30 your time. Basically, 4:00 your time is community.
Okay.
Sometimes I only have one student on there. Sometimes I'll have multiple students on there.
Yeah.
Part of my team gets on also. And what happens is usually we're talking about deals. We're analyzing deals. I know today one of my students, Adam, he hit me up by text, says, "Hey, John, can we analyze buying a note today?" And I went, "Absolutely." So we're going to be analyzing how to buy notes. Okay. So you'll learn so much by joining the community. It's unreal. Okay, and it's cheap. We haven't raised the prices yet. You still got cheap prices. Join it. Okay. Plus, you're able to get on without using up your phone calls with me on the course. You're able to get on and ask questions, and I'll sit here and do this. I'll sit here and take this calculator. We'll analyze deals. You'll learn how to do it. Okay. It's open forum, just like you and I are talking right now, but you got other students in there. We'll make sure, usually I go around and make sure every student has all their questions answered before we get off. Sometimes it's an hour. Sometimes it's 2 hours. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. So highly suggest that. As you get through a little further and you start getting your deals, then we go to that lease option stuff. Okay. That's going to be that buy and hold. Once you have it bought and you own it and you have an estimated $400 positive cash flow, now we're going to sell it off. So we give you all the scripts, all the paperwork, the lease with the option, all that stuff, so that you can go get a tenant buyer in that property. Our average is about $15,000 in your hip pocket immediately. Okay. Or we have what they call an option fee assistance program, which you'll learn about, which you'll minimally get $5,000 in your pocket. And then you're going to start getting the monthly checks coming into you. Okay. And then that's where the real magic starts happening. So, let's say you've got a $6,000 nut a month with car payments and rent or whatever you have. That means with my average of $600 a door, that means you need 6 or 10 doors. 10 doors is not hard to get.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got your monthly net met. Now everything else is gravy.